Hey guys, Adam with Shooting Shit TV. We have a kind of a different episode today. This is an unboxing. I recently picked up I didn't do this, but it was written on the box, Tokarev Type 54 Norinco. We're going to check this out and see what I got. I ended up getting this as a CNR transfer. That's right, I have a FFL03, which is the Curiel and Relics Collector's FFL. Very, very good thing to get if you are considering getting into the Curiel and Relic firearms like Mosin Nagants, SKSs. Um, there's a whole host of different types of guns. I'm not going to list them, but typically a CNR eligible gun is 50 years old and older. There are particular guns, and when you get the FFL, it gives you a nice booklet that tells you all the types. So at least that's what they used to do. They used to send you a booklet of all the eligible CNR guns, but there's lists online now that you can find out, and typically a gun shop or a gun site online will tell you in the description whether it's Curiel and Relic eligible. And what that means is you're able to send the FFL that's selling the gun your FFL, and it just treated like a normal transfer FFL to FFL, which is great. But keep in mind, you have to get a bound book. You have to have somewhere where you notate the serial number, the model, the make, all the details. I put caliber. I put pretty much everything I need into my bound book, and I keep this bound book safely stored just in case, because like an FFL, you are subject to inspection if the ATF ever has a question about one of the transfers or one of the guns. So keep that in mind. You will be treated like any other FFL. So you do need to keep record of your purchases. Another really good benefit of having a FFL 03 or CNR FFL is discounts. You can actually sign up for dealer discounts. I do have a list. I will try to put that link in the description for people to take a look at. These are applicable websites that do offer a discount, whether it's 10%, 5%, 15%. And please keep in mind, this is one of the most important things about an FFL 03. You cannot conduct business on a collector's license. I repeat, you cannot conduct business on a collector's license. And what that means is you cannot buy collector's firearms like this and turn around and sell it for a profit. If you can acquire and dispose of a firearm on NFFO 03, that is fine. You just cannot do it where you're making money, so as business. If you want to get into that, that would be an FFL 01 or an 07 manufacturer's license. Considering it's $35 and it's good for 3 years. So it's totally worth it. Transfer fees alone these days, especially living in the state of Connecticut like I do, your first couple of, at least your first 2 transfers of collectors, pistols or rifles, covers the cost of the license right then and there. So keep that in mind. There are benefits of having this, and this is one of them. So let's do an unboxing and open up and see what this is. But you can clearly see that they will send you a copy of their FFL that you want to keep on file, and along with the entrance of an acquisition in your bound book. So that's important to keep that paperwork. And what this is actually a Chinese Tokarev. I do not have a Chinese Tokarev, and I was drawn to this because of the rating, the NRA rating on the quality. They were promoting, our guns was promoting these as being good to excellent. In some of the pictures I saw online and some of the reviews, I was quite surprised at the quality. So I went ahead and did it because the price, you can't go wrong. I ended up spending $350 for this, plus $25 for shipping. And let's make sure this is unloaded first. Take it out. And let's pop the magazine out first thing. Okay, there's nothing in the magazine. Let's see. go. And she is clear. So, wow. Okay. This is in really, really good shape. Jeez. So I also like these type of Tokarevs because they are not neutered. They do not have a drill hole here for a safety or here. Some of the TTCs and some of the M57s, Romanian and Yugoslavian, they do have the added safety from the importer, which kind of sucks because that's not how these were made. But there is one added safety which is not too bad, and I actually have an M57 that came this way. It has a little dongle here like a Glock, so when you push, so you can't fire this gun by just pushing the trigger by itself. You have to actually put the pad of your finger over here, actuate this little dongle thing, and then you can fire. But the good thing about these types of guns is that this is a Tokarev Soviet design, so a lot of the M57s and the TTC parts are interchangeable. So that is really cool. So very easy to swap out this trigger with a non-safety type trigger, which is fine to do. It only comes with one magazine, which is fine. You know, I do have some of these magazines. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. Not too bad. The 8-round magazine there. I believe it's 8 or 9 rounds. Can't remember. But yeah, this is in really, really good shape. But there are Chinese markings right here. This pistol is actually made by North Chinese Arms, or Norinco. So Norinco makes these, which I love Norinco stuff. It's just too bad none of it comes into the country anymore. From China because of the import ban. So these have the star grips on them, which is nice. Everything is really solid. Now, I don't know for sure if this was refinished. It kind of feels like it's a fresh paint job, but it also does not look like it's been fired much. So let's take this down and take another look at it, a closer look on the inside, see what kind of wear we have. This Chinese Tokarev is modeled after the Romanian TTC. And just to show you, this is what I was talking about with the added safety that some of the importers would do. They would drill a hole and add the safety. Now, you could take this out, but there's going to be a big hole there. So that kind of stinks, and it does get in the way of the slide stop. But we have an example here that doesn't have that, which is really nice. Right off the bat, I do notice that the Romanian has more of a Bakelite style grip, and these are some sort of, it could be also Bakelite, but it is not the Bakelite color, which is fine. Okay, so these are fairly easy to take down. Again, you want to check to see if the weapon is unloaded. This one is. I have no ammo around. What you want to do is face the barrel away from you, take something that's plastic, and you want to put it on that little clip right there. See that little clip? Well, there's a little lip there, and what you want to do is you want to take that, you want to push it as hard as you can. There we go. I like to use plastic so it doesn't mar the finish. So you don't have to take the clip totally off, and what you do from there is from the other side, you want to push your finger, push that slide stop out. And I like to hold it like this so nothing flies forward. And then I put my thumb under here to catch the spring. And I'll show you why. There you go. That's your recoil guide rod and spring. And then what you do, you want to take this bushing, slide it off here. And very similar to, I believe, a 1911. Even though I don't own a 1911, very similar. So once that bushing is out, you could just slide the barrel straight out. Now what I'm looking for here is some digits on it, which I see. Okay. Nice. So this is actually a matching barrel. This is the original barrel that's supposed to go with this gun. And I cannot believe it, but you can actually see the chrome. This is one clean barrel. Wow. I don't know if you guys can see the lands and grooves like I can, but that is really good. I don't think this thing was shot much. Yeah, it looks like somebody shot it. Maybe our guns test fired it. You know what I also like about this, I noticed right off the bat, it's, for Chinese import guns, which have had, SKSs and other things, they're usually completely caked. Any Cure-owned relic firearm, completely caked in cosmoline, and this is not actually, which is nice. The hammer mechanism, whatever you want to call this, pops right out of the frame, and it's pretty easy to just put back into. So there's that. And that too is matching serial number, which is wonderful. Everything on here is matching. Some rough machine marks and some debris in here. But to be honest with you, this thing could be shot right out of the box, which is amazing. Let's take a look at the slide a little bit more in detail. This thing is barely used. Yeah, you can still see the red, which is not really common. Honestly, I think they just test fired this thing. This is an amazing condition. I honestly don't think these were used very much at all. Oh, that's pretty interesting. I can see that little dongle thing. So yeah, pretty interesting little mechanism as a little safety get around, which is really good that these companies started doing this. Which is really good, because drilling a hole like you see in the Romanian TTC kind of sucks, if you ask me. You don't want to modify these things in a way because they are collector's items, and everything that I've purchased in the past under my CR&R license, I have some guns that I bought for so cheap back in the day, and now they're worth a good amount of money because they stopped importing them, they stopped getting them, and they're very hard to get now. So keep that in mind. Getting in the game of collector is totally worth it, because the value of these guns have gone up exponentially in the past 10 years. Even back in the day when a lot of the SKSs and a lot of the Chinese import guns, people just snubbed their nose at those things. And I've seen magazine articles, and I'll show you one here, of a Mac 90 or an SKS, $189, $89, $99 for these things, and people just were like, oh, Chinese communist crap. You know what? Nowadays, people are spending $1,500 on that. I've seen people shell out $900 for a Mosin Nagant. I bought my first Mosin Nagant for $99. 99 bucks. So if you're considering getting into the collector's game, I totally would, because it's a great investment. It's fun. You don't have to deal with shipping it to an FFL and dealing with people with attitude or personality problems. It's all on you. I'm going to leave this like this for now, clean it off, and then we're going to take it out to the range in a separate video. But I just wanted to make this and show you guys what I got. A nice unboxing video. I haven't done one of those in a while, so I appreciate you watching Shootin' Shit TV. I'm Adam, your host. Please like, subscribe, and comment. It very much helps my channel when you guys interact with me and subscribe and share my videos and my content. So thank you for that. I appreciate you watching. Shootin' Shit TV signing off.